Welcome to the IOHL East Coast Radio Show. As always, your hosts, Miss O, Carney Vor, and myself, Sir Mike Knight. And today, joining us, the owner of the Tampa Bay Lightning, Geis. Geis, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Normally, when we have a new owner on the show, we like to give a little brief synopsis of their time in the IOHL. So the floor is yours.
Okay. So basically, season 4, someone found me an OTP, got me to join. His management turned out to be idiots, so I ended up quitting pretty quickly. And then season 5, I was somehow signed up, even though I didn't actually sign up. Manly picked me up, and I was signed up as a D-man. Originally played that, and then he basically tried me out in club at forward. Thought I was pretty good there. I played forward, had no chemistry with anyone. I was a little vocal about it. Manly didn't really like me after that, and then I think I got waived or traded to Phoenix. And from there, after about 3 or 4 games, I got traded to Columbus, the Evil Empire. That was kind of an interesting team to play on. And then basically got drafted by Carney in the international tournament, played on Team Japan, and here I am now.
All right.
Owner of Tampa.
All right. Well, moving on, we're gonna talk about. Well, you said you heard about us in an OTP. You don't remember who it was?
I can't remember who it is. Rav knows who it is. One of his management was Shinkarik in season 4. That's the only one I remember of him.
All right. So, real quick, our last episode, which was 2 weeks ago, we tried to record an episode last week. For some reason, the audio screwed up. But anyway, we had an apology for Montreal because the last episode that we made, we did not include Montreal in the draft questions that we gave every owner.
We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry.
So we're going to knock that out right now. Carney, you want to give that to us?
Sure. Here's what we missed from Montreal, and I'm surprised we missed it. First things first, I do want to say that Montreal, be glad that you don't have any staff members on your team. 2 from this one have already lost their owners. That's a shout out to Mike and Miss Ovechkin. Second of all, Montreal. So the questions were, how do you feel your draft went as a whole? Who was your first pick? Who else on the East Coast do you think had a great draft? And a brief shout out or smack talk to anybody else on the East side. So their first question was, well, how do you feel your draft went as a whole? And Lowski says, I had an excellent draft. Valuable insight there, bud. Appreciate it. Thanks. Who was your first pick? He says, striker is the best goalie in the league, so it was a great first round. Now, if you guys have been keeping track with the IOHL, striker's no longer on that team. So, another good job there, buddy. Who else in the East Coast do you think had a great draft? He says the New York Rangers had a good draft for getting so effed over in the beginning.
My head is really big.
And last question, brief shout out or smack talk. He says, Hertz and I are the best duo in the league. We will finish number 1 as a team. And Pete and Lenky are the best deep pairing in the league. A very bold statement, sir. We'll see how that works out for you in the end.
All right. Little comment on what Carney said before he went into that, because that's the next segment. We have owners who have already quit from the East Coast. We also have one in the West, but we're not going to get into that because we are the East Coast Radio Show. Boston's owner, Twilight Zone Man, we were supposed to have him on the show last week. He quit. The GM, Tucker, took over, and he named his GM, who was a recent trade acquisition, Unbeaten Sniper. Marge, your team blew up as well. You want to give us that?
Yeah, Salty Sailor, kicked himself to the curb. We got Ellis, 001 to take over. He's made Brachiosaurus Rex his GM from who was already on the team, and he's keeping Manship in the AGM spot. So, our previous GM, Nate, I think it was LL space Nate LL. He actually got traded. Well, he got waived. I believe he's going to LA. I believe they picked him off waivers. But for the most part, the rest of our team is sticking together, and we're looking forward to getting the season underway and not missing a beat. So.
Right. Yeah. Boston kept their AGM McKenzie, and not much else has changed. Not a lot of people wanting off that team because of it. Anyway, so we're gonna cut into some TC love. All right, TCs don't get a whole lot of love from any radio show ever. So, with this being an 18-team season, there's a lot of talent up in the TC because there's not a whole lot of spots up on the regular roster. So, we'll cut into Boston. Boston's TC. The two names that stick out to me, the Tiligo Jackson. I call him Filipino Jackson, who actually, I believe, has actually been called up to the regular roster.
He has.
And, yep, Pit Pen 7187, who most likely will be called up shortly. Buffalo, guys, you know anybody on Buffalo? Is Buffalo there?
The only one I know on Buffalo's TC is Ellis, and he's not on the team anymore. So.
Well, I've got Wintroop, AC Landry, Gravemaster, and Blizz Unit. Have any of those guys been called up?
I can't. I think AC Landry has retired. I don't think he had time. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at this list. I know a lot of teams have been calling up players. I can't say for sure if they've been called up or not.
All right. And Carney, you want to give us the Columbus?
Former Evil Empire. Now they're more of a Nasland and Slugger. I still don't know anything about those guys. I haven't seen them play. I don't even. Have they played Columbus? Have they played? Are you letting them play? Please let those guys play. They want to play.
All right.
Detroit?
Marge, you want to give us Detroit?
Oh, yeah. Eating noodles and, we had Chaka Yoder. I believe he got retired for inactivity, or in the process of it. But, those are two guys that I've seen their names around. I think they could have a potentially good shot if they remain active, and you'll see what Detroit does. I know they've been retiring a lot of players. So we'll see.
Well, I know Eaton Noodles is one of those guys who can come in and play any position. He's a jack of all trades, master of none. He was also an owner for our AHL experiment in season 4. And I believe DGI had him in season 5 as well. He's a pretty big fan of Eaton Noodles. Montreal. Montreal's TC, A Black Soul and Manly 410. Did Manly get the game?
I haven't heard from Manly in forever. I don't know.
Yep, I know A Black Soul did not get the game. He was actually surprised when I told him that he was on Montreal. But those are two pretty decent players. If they decide to get the games, they can make a move up to the roster. New York. Who wants to bring us New York? Connie?
Bring up the greasers. All right. We've got Detchma, Jerome, Brack Attack, and My Mercy. I had a chance to talk to My Mercy earlier today, and he says he hasn't played yet. Which to me, I had Mercy on my team last season. It's pretty shocking to me. I mean, the guy was a utility player of utility players. You need him to play goalie, he'll play goalie. You want him to play forward, he'll play forward for you. And as of last season, he was instrumental in us making it through to the next round by playing whatever position we needed him to. So I would definitely take a look at My Mercy. Brack Attack's been in the league a while. If he can step his game up to where his mouth is at, he'll do great. And Jerome and Detrima, I don't know too much about them, but I do know the names, and that's enough to say that they can do some damage even from the TC.
Jerome was management last season, I believe.
Yeah, for Calgary or Vancouver? One of those.
I think it was Vancouver.
Vancouver, yeah, one of those West Coast teams.
Yeah, I believe it was Vancouver, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I mean he's a pretty decent player. Got a little bit of a mouth on him, but who doesn't? So we'll bring you Phillies TC. It's JDB, D Yurch, and Hockey Gods. I leave Miss O off there because I believe she's been called up to the regular roster.
Yeah, we got some 3 guys that we got called up, with the retirements and management change, we had some spots open up. But yeah, it's JDB and D Urch are definitely some guys that could make some moves. They're always active, very good guys. So
Yeah, and Hockey Gods, I haven't heard much from him. Say what you want about Hockey Gods, he's a good player. Does get into some trouble, but he is a damn good player. Have you heard from him yet?
I don't think we have. I don't know if Salty was able to get in touch with him before, but maybe that's something Ellis can look into. But we also got assigned some random TCs, and I think Matthews 12. He's a pretty solid defenseman. He could look to make the jump up to the main roster. So like I said, we're looking to bounce back and not miss a step. So see how it all goes.
And to bring us Tampa's TCs, why don't we go with Tampa's owner, Geis?
All right. Well, our first 2 picks in the TC were Brick City, New Jersey, and Don't Blink. Both of them are pretty solid wingers. I didn't know Don't Blink before we picked them up, just played him randomly, and it was pretty good, so saw him there and grabbed him. We also have Casey, who played right wing and goalie. Don't Drop the Sosa, and I don't know too much about the rest of our TC yet. It's kind of a quick preseason, and we went through it really carelessly, to put it. And we'll be contacting a lot of those guys to find out more about them. But we have a bunch of solid players in our TC, and I'm not too worried if we have to call anyone up.
You guys still have Hazed on the TC there?
Yeah, but I don't think he has the game. So
all right.
We'll probably be retiring him shortly.
All right. And the new Evil Empire, Toronto, Brikisi. I have not seen him play. I've heard his name around. They say he's a good player. And then Armax 777. Haven't heard this name since season 4. He was on the Bruins with us. He's a pretty decent player. All right. So we'll cut into preseason leaders. Carney, give us the preseason leaders.
Who cares? It's fucking preseason.
No shit. All right. So if you guys wanted to hear preseason leaders, I don't know why you would. It's fucking preseason. Most teams played their TCs the entire fucking time. So yeah, no preseason leaders. Go fuck yourselves. And next up, an ever-growing popular, Carney's Roast.
All right. Welcome to another segment of Carney's Roast, made popular by burning Forza, which was all too easy. Last week, burned the owner so bad, he quit the league. This week, I've got Geis, my owner, and no holds barred. So let's get started. Number 10. Top 10 reasons why Geis should not be on the show. Number 10. Goons have no place in the spotlight. Number 9. You tricked Burns into giving you 3 second-round picks. That's just wrong. It's not all there mentally. Number 8. You only wanted your own team, so you could just go for hits all day. Freaking Goon. Number 7. MFA didn't agree to having a child owner. I didn't know you were this young. Look at you.
Yeah.
Like you're about what, 4th grade?
Almost.
Almost? All right. Number 6. Pass the puck, you Goon. I'm open. Number 5. Justin Bieber called. He says he wants his haircut back. Number 4. The voice don't match the face. Way to go there, Josh Groban. Number 3. John Madden wants his headphones back. Look at those things. They're huge.
Humongous
All right.
beak.
Number 2. You have more gray in your face than Sir Mike Knight. A little awkward. Might be making fun of a genetic issue. I don't know, Canadians might be a little brother-sister action. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to harp on it. Just saying. And the number 1 reason Geis should not be on the show,
Because he drafted Carney in his first pick.
Yeah.
I'm already regretting it.
Crazy. Who drafts a goalie first?
Ugh.
Now, I also wanted to say-
No, it's not drafting a goalie first. It's drafting a goalie like Carney first.
Oh, okay. I also wanted to say something to the rest of the league. Now, I kind of threw some shots across the bows of many players as I was doing this entire show. Understand this. It's all in good fun. And if I'm talking about you, at least I know about you. If I don't know about you, I'm not going to talk about you. So, there's that.
All right. And the most popular part of our show is always the top 5 plays. We've got enough for a top 5, and I've seen some of them, and it's hard. I don't know what Marge is going to do, but here it is, the top 5 plays.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, power, never. Ever after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, makes us.
Now, just before we close this show, we're going to give Geis a chance to do a little smack talking. So, Geis, go for it.
You know, I have been one for smack talk in the past. As an owner now, I'm trying not to do it as much. But if I just say one thing to any team, it's just Toronto, get over yourselves. Like, yeah, you're probably going to be a good team, but fuck, come on. You're not going to be number 1 running away with it or anything. Tank isn't hockey Jesus or what everyone likes to pretend he is. He's a good player, but at the end of the day, I like my team, and I think we're a way better team than you guys. So that's all I have to say.
Oh, come on. You've got more. Come on.
Okay, you want me to go on about the Force thing?
Yeah, come on.
It's preseason, dude. 8-1-1, who gives a shit? We weren't even putting in stats for preseason and weren't deciding on games until like 15 minutes before they were due to start. Whatever. We'll see everyone in the regular season.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the IOHL East Coast Radio Show. As always, stay classy.
Like I said, I want to sell my gear. Check it out. You too could be a vor. Carnivore, omnivore,
Herbivore.
herbivore.
Porbore.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Hey, buy my gear.
Isn't that his nickname?
Shameless plug?
Shameless plug?
Didn't Geis give that to him? Who's your number 1 pick? Plug.
I really selfie with Geis. I get a selfie with every owner.
Throw it in up in the owner's room too. The Geis selfie.
Oh, I gotta get this picture up here. Make sure you make the Gucci face.
To do duck face.
Yep, that face.
Duck hunting.
Staring contest, go.
Yeah.
Guys,
We'll do
go.
that one in a second.
Guys, go.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving in Canada tonight.
You know, a little bit of polar bear, all that good stuff.
Staring contest. Go.
I just said I cannot see you freezing. How the hell am I supposed to do a staring contest with you? Plus, I'm staring directly into the sun. This is ridiculous. Marge, you got to tell me when he backs up.
Okay, I'll let you know.
No, you won't. You'll just sit there and let me cry.
I promise, I'll let you know when he blinks.
He's just sitting there blinking, isn't he?
No, he's not, I swear.
You got me a drink, honey? Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's funny. I'll tell you when the contest is over.
Yeah, I'm staring directly into the sun. This is ridiculous. I hate you so much.
I don't know, Mike. I think he's got you.
Yeah. The
Take
sun,
that, Mike.
like